Today we are going to do some learning and reflection about Memorial Day. Our activity requires us to read the article, What is Memorial Day? And then answer questions using what you learned from the article. Finally, we're going to complete a never forgotten sheet to show what freedoms you are thankful for. So let's read our article, What is Memorial Day? Every year on the last Monday in May, Americans all over the country celebrate Memorial Day. This is a very important holiday because it reminds us about the importance of freedom in our country. On Memorial Day, we honor the men and women who have fought to keep our country free. We honor those soldiers who had given their lives to fight for our country. Memorial Day first began on May 5th, 1868. People met in a cemetery called Arlington Cemetery to place flowers on graves of soldiers who had died in the Civil War. They did this to show their thanks and gratitude for the soldiers who were willing to die for the sake of others' freedom. Today, on Memorial Day, we do many things to remember the soldiers who have fought in wars for our country's freedom. Many towns and cities hold parades on main streets. People wave flags and sing patriotic songs. Some people hang flags outside their homes, while others place flowers on graves of loved ones who had died in wars. As Americans, we must never forget the sacrifice that our soldiers make so that we can live in peace. Now we're going to use that information from this article to answer the following questions. Question number 1. When and why do we celebrate Memorial Day? Question number 2. Where and when was the first Memorial Day remembrance held? Question number 3. What war were people honoring on the first Memorial Day? And question number 4. What are 3 things that people do today to celebrate Memorial Day? Our next activity is called Never Forgotten. Sometimes we take our freedom for granted. That means that we don't always appreciate the things that we have and the protection our country gives us. We often forget to honor the men and women who died for our freedom. In the flag cards below, list some of the freedoms that you are thankful for. Not only is this a perfect time to remember those freedoms, think about how school or how your life has changed since we've discovered the COVID-19 virus and how many freedoms have been relinquished or not given up to people now. So I want you to fill in those hearts. It has 6 hearts on there. I'll modify it for you. You can only fill in 4 if you like. Just 4. Our next activity is Memorial Day ABC. Directions. Drag the words from the cards in alphabetical order. Sometimes when I'm doing alphabetical order information, I like to write down my alphabet just so I could see it and cross it off really fast. So you may want to do that quick activity. Write down your alphabet and then you can cross it off as you go through each letter. The next slide is Memorial Day sentences. Now the directions say drag 5 word cards under the word column. Then use those words to write patriotic sentences. So I'm going to tell you I did modify this lesson a little bit for you. So instead of 5, I want you to drag 3 words from the word column and write 3 patriotic sentences. So not just any sentence. A sentence, patriotic, means that it has to do with Memorial Day, maybe the war, maybe soldiers. So drag those 3 words over and create those sentences. And our last slide is Happy Memorial Day. Directions. Use the word list to create a Memorial Day story. Use as many words as you can. So this is a narrative writing piece. So you're going to create as many words or use as many words as you can in your story. And that is it for our Memorial Day celebration. Thank you and have a great day.